Take a moment to feel your bodies. My question to you today is, how is your body relevant to your leadership? What I'm feeling right now is a certain amount of terror. You guys are way scarier than the Sierra Leonean army. And a lot of excitement as well, and this is going to be a lot of fun. My claim is that leadership is embodied. Leadership comes through us. It's not all in your head. You don't have to believe me, because we'll actually be playing with this, we'll be experiencing this. Some experiential work. When I talk about the body, there's a couple of misconceptions that generally come up. I like to clear up quite quickly, particularly when I work with corporate groups. The body has been reduced to two things, mainly in the Western world. One is the body athletic. You don't need to be muscly, like those guys. And it's not about the body aesthetic. There's only one body I'm allowed to look at in that way, and she's not here. So it's not the body athletic or aesthetic. So what is it? These are some leaders I particularly enjoy. They embody who they are. Not so much in whether they're tall or short or whether they're overweight or skinny or anything like that, but how they hold themselves, how they move through space. One of my claims is that we move through space like we move through life. If you look at, say, Gandhi and Churchill, around about the same time in history they were around, they embody something totally different. Churchill has a kind of stubbornness to him. We will fight them on the beaches. This is down, kind of very stubborn quality. Gandhi, a humility to him, a completely different quality in his body. So sometimes this happens accidentally, and I work with leaders to help people have more awareness and more choice about what they embody. If circumstances change, then you might need to change what you embody. So, for example, Churchill at the end of World War II lost an election. Yeah, he thought he was going to win, but he lost it. The country needed something very different at the end of the war, which he didn't embody. I put my niece on there. It was all getting a bit heroic when I was looking at the pictures and finding some slides. She embodies for me vulnerability, which is an edge for me at the moment. That's something I'm working with. And also curiosity. That might be an embodied state that would benefit you today. Who thought about their body before Nick mentioned it today? Other than I'm hungry or I need the toilet or something like that. There's a way in which we can actually, some people, yeah, okay. There's a way in which we can actually maximize our state for today. So you can use your body to get the most out of today. By 5 p.m., you'll be half a day closer to your death. You won't get that time back, I promise you that. So make the best use of it. The body can be very helpful for that. Actually, I'm not talking about body language. That's another thing to clear up. So sometimes people go on body language courses and they learn some gestures. And some politicians sometimes do this. And they seem kind of fake and inauthentic. Have you seen that? Yeah? I'm talking about body being. So I'm talking about who you are as a person. This is what we're going to be playing with, not some tricks to try and fool other people. Yeah, it's about who you are, how that's embodied, and what that opens and what that closes. Your body leans you in a particular direction behaviorally. So it's going to be different for each of you. It's a mirror. Why now? I mentioned change. A big thing for me is helping people be human beings at work. So sort of bring yourself to work is a motto we have. I think that's very necessary. One reason it's necessary is that if you're not feeling this body, it can be quite hard to be compassionate to feel other people. And also the bigger body, which Rainbow Hawk and Wind Eagle will talk about later. So the earth as well is a critical factor. If that's too big, just the factor of stress and well-being, absolutely vital that you're feeling your body for that. The problem is this: when we're in our best selves, our leadership is beautiful. I'm sure on your best days, you all have beautiful leadership. You really embody your values, all different, but all special and wonderful. Problem is, stuff happens. Stuff grabs us. Stuff throws us off center, in my language. Here, there are two dogs. It's pretty primal, this stuff. It goes right back to being an amoeba, actually, but definitely back to being a dog. They're both in what I'd call a distress response. Two different versions of it. So one's in the aggressive, tight response. The other one's in more of a fearful, collapsed response. Both of these are not ideal states for leading in. Yeah? In your average day, you might not get barked at by a big dog, but you might get a scary email. You might get a phone call that you don't expect from a client saying, our budget's been cut. We can no longer do that piece of work with you. What other kind of things do you get that throws you off center? There's a couple of people, shout out. What grabs you? What perturbs you? The speakers will grab you today, I guarantee that. Negative results. Okay, negative results. What else? Just a couple from people. Just want to hear your worlds. Apathy. Okay, so that throws you off center. Okay. What else? One more.
Something out of your comfort.
Okay, so it's anything out of your comfort zone. Yeah, whatever that is in your world. This throws us into a state which I call off-center, which isn't ideal for leadership. This is a process that I can take you through. It's a quick win. You learn it easily and quickly, and you can practice it your whole life. We're going to do this experientially. That's more than enough of me talking. So can you all stand up and walk over to the dojo area, which is over here? So the exercise we're going to do is to stimulate the distress response so you can then center. We're going to do this in a safe, progressive way. We start small and work our way up. The person receiving is in charge. First thing to do is check they're not wearing any watches, rings, jewelry, because I'm going to grab their arm. So it's okay if I grab your arm?
Yep.
Stand to the side, start gently, give them a little grab. Now, we need enough to stimulate a physical response, but not so much we traumatize them and freak them out and they run out in tears and never come back. Yeah? So she says, too much or too little? Do you want more? Or?
More.
A little bit more, yeah? Okay. She's done this before, she needs some more. So I put it up 50%. Okay. So now we've got a noticeable physical response. That's enough. So what did you do in your body?
I could feel my body jump.
Jump. So you came up. What else?
My shoulders tensed.
Okay. Anything else?
Breathing stopped.
Okay, great. So you're human. This is a fairly typical response. There are different variations on it. The abdominal muscles or the jaws tightening is another one to watch out for. It's important you get really specific rather than just say, oh, I freaked out or I got stressed. If you get specific, you can then undo those things when you center. So this time, relax your shoulders. I take you through the ABC, so you're aware of your body, feeling your felt sense of your body. Balance, so grounded down, expanded out. Relaxing the center line, so relax the tongue, relax the abdominal muscles. That kind of thing. There we go. I'm going to grab you again. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I used the same degree of grab, if not a little bit more. How was it that time?
I could feel the kind of outside of me shake, but the inside stayed very firm.
Okay, you probably noticed a lot less movement as well. Yeah, so there's the movement that I just physically give her, but there isn't the distress response so much being stimulated. Often it will feel like, okay, some things I've been grabbed, but it's not so bad. It's okay, it's manageable. Yeah? It's quite different from the first time.
Very.
So it's a before and after test, essentially. You can test experimentally with each other, then you swap roles. Start gently. If someone's really, either really centered, done lots of meditation, or has various things going on, you can grab and shout, but build up to that. Start gently. So safety points. Who's in charge here, me or her? Who's in charge? She's in charge, the receiver's in charge, yeah? And also watch out that you don't smash someone's brand new Rolex. That will stimulate distress response, but there'll be a form or something to fill in. So grab someone from your home group, pair up with them. You're going to have 5 minutes for this, so nice and quick.
So centering is a way of getting yourself together under pressure. So we all have things in life which surprise us, grab us, shock us, whether that's emails or a difficult phone call, whatever it is, something comes up. And then it's how do we get ourselves from a shocked, tense state to back to where we can be the best leaders we can be.